story goes, little hope but bigger dreams.
Hey ONESMARTFROs, it's me, Gina, and in this video I am going to be testing out detangling tools. So yeah, I have 6 detangling tools, some very popular detangling tools, and then some just old-fashioned ones. I just had it, wanted to see which was the better detangling tool. So here we are. So before we get into this video, if you have not joined our ONESMARTFRO family, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit the subscription button as well as the notification button so you don't miss out on any new uploads. And let's get into this detangling video. So, like I said, I have my hair. It's freshly washed. I have my hair sectioned into 6 sections because I have 6 detangling tools. I typically detangle my hair in the shower when I am not filming, but it is a task to set up filming stuff in the shower. So hair is freshly washed. I typically also do my thorough detangle when I'm applying deep conditioner. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be applying my deep conditioner and detangling my hair. And then the detangling tools that I have for this video is the original Tangle Teezer, which looks like this. I have the paddle brush Tangle Teezer, which looks like this, which I do have a video comparing these 2 Tangle Teezers. If you could want to check that out, I will make sure to link it. And then I also have my Felicia Leatherwood brush. You guys know this brush is Bay. Have a full review on that brush as well. And then I have this brush that has been going around on Instagram. I got this from Curls. I don't know. I got it, but I feel like I paid way too much for this thing. It was like $14, but I'm pretty sure you can buy this off AliExpress for like $1. So don't get scammed. But I got this brush. I'm going to be using this. It seems like a knockoff version to me of the Felicia Leatherwood brush. And then I'll be using some Old Faithfuls. I have a wide tooth comb. And then I have a Denman brush, but I am going to do a caveat with this Denman brush. Denman brushes are really not meant for detangling. I feel like us naturals have turned it into a detangling brush by taking out some of the rows. This Denman brush, it's a full-blown, the real deal Denman brush, not a knockoff Denman brush, is normally only used after my hair is already detangled. So I feel like this is really not a fair comparison to this, but I wanted to put it in here because some naturals do use Denman brushes as detangling tools. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to be using. I am gonna do no particular order. I'm just gonna grab one of these detangling tools and just do one section at a time. So for deep conditioning, I'm using the Bask and Bloom Barami Root hair mask. I have a full review on this hair mask, and I will say that this hair mask has lasted me a while. It's a 12-ounce hair mask, so I've had it for a while. But I'm just going to apply this to my hair, nice and thick. So because my back of my hair is also a little bit more kinkier than the rest of my hair, I feel as though I'm going to go in with my Felicia Leatherwood on this brush side, just because I know this is going to really get the back of my hair detangled like it needs to. With just a few strokes. God, I love this brush. Yep, and it is thoroughly detangled. That was a nice chunk size. I'm trying to make sure I get my root. You know, sometimes with this Felicia Leatherwood, sometimes you want to go down on it like this, and that also definitely helps with detangling. I feel like it really helps with the roots, making sure your roots are detangled. And I'm going to apply a little bit more of this deep conditioner, just because I'm also trying to finish the deep conditioner up. And then on this side, I think I'm going to use this detangling tool just because this is very reminiscent of the Felicia Leatherwood brush. So I really want to see if it can get the back of my hair like the Felicia Leatherwood brush can. Okay, so it's very flexible. The handle is not that great. Like, I feel like it needs a better handle, especially if you have like product on your hand. Handle doesn't give you good grip. That's what the word I'm looking for. But it definitely got through my hair. The handle just keeps slipping, so I feel like the Felicia Leatherwood tops it because of that. But I feel like I use less strokes. I think because this has a little bit more give than a Felicia Leatherwood brush, it definitely makes detangling a tad bit faster. But you guys can see I'm going through my hair. No issues. And then I'm going to go in with this side. And I think for this side, I'm going to use, I kind of want to use the comb. So I'm going to go in with my comb for this side. And the reason why I wanted to use a comb is because there's still a lot of naturals who, type 4 naturals too, who use a comb and say a comb helps like detangles their hair just as good as all these other tools. And a lot of naturals who say they feel as though they actually lose less hair just using a comb, and they still feel like their hair is thoroughly detangled. So one of the reasons why I stopped using a comb, because I felt like my hair was never thoroughly detangled. But maybe I'm not taking my time with the comb. Maybe I just need to be a little bit slower. And this is a wide tooth comb. I think this is, you know, them seamless combs that was going around for 1 year that everybody was using. But this is my sister's comb. This is not my comb. So I don't know exactly. But it is definitely detangling my hair. I feel like obviously I have to do a lot more strokes. I feel like I do have to go a little bit slower. And so time-wise, it may take a little longer time, but I'm pulling out my hair, and this is how much shedded hair I lost with that wide tooth comb. So, see, with the Felicia Leatherwood brush, I lost like little hair with the Felicia Leatherwood brush. This is about how much hair I lost with the Felicia Leatherwood brush. So I still lost more hair with the comb than I did the Felicia Leatherwood brush. So I will definitely be using the Felicia Leatherwood brush over the comb a little bit. I feel like I lost less hair with this comb than I did the Felicia Leatherwood brush. But then it's not that much of a difference less, if you get what I'm saying. So I feel like maybe 1 or 2 more strokes, it would have been about the same. So those brushes are actually kind of very reminiscent of each other for me. Okay, now on this side, you guys know that this is the looser part of my hair, especially this little section right here, this section, top section right here. So obviously the products that use that section probably will have a little bit more easier time, which is fine. I'm going to use the original Tangle Teezer on this side. I'm kind of okay with using a Tangle Teezer at the front of my hair because I do feel as though the sound of the Tangle Teezer makes me not like it. I feel as though it sounds like it's ripping out my hair. And so I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. But the sound of it is just too much for me. So, but it is a good detangling tool. But I don't know if you guys can hear that rip like that. sounds like it's ripping. I don't like that. I also feel like with this original Tangle Teezer, like if you come across like a knot, it's kind of hard to get it out. Like I feel like with the Tangle Teezer, you may have to like use another tool, like if you run across a section that doesn't come out easily. And then the handle is just, compared to all the other products that I use, the handle is just not that great. So, but it did detangle my hair. My hair is detangled. I will say that. It did do its job on that end. Okay, so I only have 2 other brushes left and 2 sections left. So I'm going to go in with the handle paddle brush of the Tangle Teezer. I'm going to use that. The grip for these Tangle Teezers are just not my friend. I just really don't like the grip, and I don't like the sound that they make. Oh, this one is actually, I feel like this side is also a little bit more tangled. But this brush is harder than all the brushes that I use, so all the tools that I use so far. This one is harder to work with. So I need my roots detangled, and this is like not getting my roots at all. I feel like it's creating unnecessary frizz. So I'm going to get my I gotta have my roots detangled. So that brush was not getting my roots whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to go in with Felicia, because Felicia gets it done. So honestly, that product is actually worse than all the products that I use so far, because I clearly have to use another tool to get the job done. It was not getting my roots. It actually was really hard to like grip, especially with product on your hand. And like I said before, I don't like the sound of the Tangle Teezers, period. I feel like they sound like they're ripping out your hair. So that's that on that section. And then I'm going to do my last section, and I'm going to use my Denman brush. I'm going to use my Denman brush on this section just because, like I said before, this section is the looser part of my section. And I don't think it's fair to the Denman brush to make it do my kinks when, one, it's not a modified Denman brush, so it's not going to really work that well as a detangler. But I'm not supposed to be finger detangling. I guess I should have done a section for finger detangling. But I'm going to go in. And with the Denman brush, if you are going to use it as a detangling tool, it does define your curls. You want to go slow. That's the one thing I realized that I wasn't doing when I was using this as a detangling tool, is I was just kind of like running the brush through my hair, and that's what causes it to rip. So if you're going to use this as a detangling tool, make sure you take your time. But look at that curl definition it gives you. That's why it's a good curl definer. But it is detangling, and it is better than that handle Tangle Teezer, the paddle brush Tangle Teezer. So I ain't mad at that. The only thing is, I feel like I can't, well, I have product on my hand, so it's just not detangling like I need. Like I feel like my hair, it's getting the ends with no problem. It's this part. It's getting it, but I feel like I'm losing hair in the process in order to do that. So definitely not something that I will use as a detangling tool. But like I said, it's not really meant to be a detangling tool. It's meant to be a curl definer. They do have, I think, detangling brushes and stuff, but I don't have it, and I wanted to use that. I'm not going out for to buy that just to make one video, one section, you know? So there we have it. Those are 6 tools that I use. Okay, so I'm looking at the hair inside my Tangle Teezer. I can't pull it out. These Tangle Teezers are kind of hard to clean. I definitely lost more hair than the other brushes. Less hair in the original Tangle Teezer than the comb, but I definitely lost a lot of hair using this paddle brush. So this paddle brush Tangle Teezer is a no for me. It's hard to maneuver when I compare with all these other products. I lost a lot of hair compared to all these products, and it's not comfortable. So this is a no for me. I actually lost less hair with the Denman brush than I did with this one. And the Denman brush is not even meant to be a detangling tool. But I did lose a little bit of hair in this Denman brush, but not that much actually. I lost less hair than the comb actually. So obviously the superior products are going to definitely be these 2 brushes. I think I will still choose the Felicia Leatherwood brush over this brush just because this handle is not comfortable. But this brush definitely gives you a lot more give. So if this handle is really comfortable to you, then you might actually like this brush over the Felicia Leatherwood brush. But this Felicia Leatherwood brush still remains supreme for me, and it's still my go-to detangler after comparing it with all these products. The very surprising product detangling tool out of all of this is just the Old Faithful, the comb. It actually was kind of amazing when you compare it to all these other products. So I'm not mad at it. This comb was fairly nice. I will say I will rank this comb as number 3 compared to the other 3 detangling tools that I use. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend trying out the Felicia Leatherwood brush. If you have not already, get this brush, especially if you're type 4. Also, definitely recommend trying this brush. Find it somewhere cheap. A lot of places are selling this, and you can get them in like stock at AliExpress for cheap. And then just a good old faithful wide tooth comb can get the job done just as well. So you might not need to go out and buy anything. And then you have these tools, which honestly is probably preference, because I know there are some people who actually really love the Tangle Teezers, but they are a no for me. I actually rarely pick these up just because they are not that comfortable. And then I have my Denman brush, which is a very good brush. I like this brush, especially for styling my hair. So this is a good brush. I personally wouldn't use it as a detangler, but it's not meant to be a detangler. So there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to thumbs it up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. So you really made it to the end of the video. You the real MVP. But because you made it to the end of the video, I know you like my content. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my other uploads. Also, make sure you check out these other 2 videos that I posted on my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching.